Hello lovely one, it's me Helen the Great, and right now we're going to go over some linear inequalities. Now usually when people hear the word inequalities they start thinking, oh boy, this must be difficult. You see, there we go. However, all it means is they're unequal. It's like saying, okay, it's not quite 3, but it could be any number over 3. Or maybe it can be 3 or any number over the value of 3. And that's what inequalities are. They're just another way to figure out the value of x. So once you figure out that's what they are, they're not so intimidating. So we're going to start with this first one that I've now drawn polka dots all around. Who knows why? And it says 2x plus 3 is less than 3x minus 7. Okay, so we want to solve for x, and I'm going to start by rearranging it a little. Remember, we do it exactly the same as if we were doing it as an equation. So 3x is over there, I want it to be over there, so I'm going to subtract 3x. But then 3 is over here, and I want it to be over there. So it's going to be minus 7 minus 3. And let's simplify that to minus x is less than minus 10. Now this is where it becomes interesting, because the only thing that's different about inequalities and equations is if we divide or multiply by a negative number, the inequality is going to change direction. So in this question, we need to get rid of that negative in front of the x. So we're going to multiply both sides by negative 1. And then it'll become x and 10, which is normal. What happens to the inequality sign if we multiply both sides by a negative number? That's right, it changes direction. Not so bad, is it? Let's do this next one, which I also like. Of course, I like most maths questions, so that shouldn't surprise you. I'm going to start once again by gathering all my like terms. So 8x is over here. I want it to be over there, so I'm going to subtract 8x. 2 is over here. Not such a great place, so let's move it over. Remember, we're not actually moving it. What we're doing is subtracting 2 from both sides, and then 2 minus 2 is 0. So it looks like 2 is moving to the other side, but there's some mathematics that's happened behind it. It's just easier to talk about things moving from one side to the other, which is why we use that terminology. What did I say the only thing that was different about inequalities and equations? I'll give you a clue. Do you see the clue? When we multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality sign changes direction. Now in this case, we need to get rid of the negative 15. It's multiplying x, which means it's going to divide both sides. So it's going to be x and 45 divided by negative 15, and that part's okay. But now you have to remember, because we've divided by a negative number, the sign changes direction. And now we can solve for x. We're left with negative 3. So you'll see that inequalities are not that bad. Okay, lovely one. I like laughing with you. It's been fun. Much love.